So if breath work has ever made you feel dizzy, anxious, or just downright resistant to doing more breath work, to what it brings up in your body, this video and this practice is for you. Welcome back to part 3 of this Breathwork Reclaimed series, where we have been diving into kind of the dark side of breathwork and my 6 to 7 years of experience as a transformational breathwork facilitator, my own personal experience, the good and the bad, and why I freaking love this modality. And yet it's something that I am very passionate about making sure that we are, as facilitators, as healers and people experiencing this modality, that we're doing it in a very safe and somatic literate way. You can go back and watch the first 2 videos where I talk about why this is actually causing a lot of dysregulation in people, why I created my own breathwork school and my own method because of what I've seen. And then in this video, I actually want to bring it to your body. I want you to experience maybe a different way of connecting to your breath, connecting to your body than you ever have before. So if this is you, where you've tried it and then you're just completely turned off to it, or it just didn't really land for you the way that maybe you've seen it like talked about and how amazing it is, there is nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system is just acting as the intelligent system that it is. And why it can cause a lot of disconnection, anxiety, overwhelm in people is how our breath is actually being used. If you've done patterns that were very aggressive, that were very activating, especially patterns where we're doing a lot of mouth breathing, so or right, that type of pattern where it's all the mouth, or even if it's nose breathing, but it's very intense and it's very fast paced, this can actually trigger too much of our sympathetic, stress response in our system. And so your nervous system will read, hey, there's a threat happening, right? Like there is something not okay here. And this really triggers, especially in women with, chronic stress or higher levels of anxiety or PTSD or any sort of like trauma history, even if it's not like a big T trauma, if it's like there's still a lot of underlying emotional wounding and issues, and that we've never really been connected to our body, it can really trigger this stress response in our body, that anxiety, that panic, that overwhelm, that I need to get out of here, this isn't good. Okay. And so that to me is never the true function of breath work. The breath work isn't here to go put you into these big activated states that you want to run from yourself, right? Really, the purpose of breath work is to remember that we at any given point are our home base, that we are our true source of safety, of love, of trust, of connection. Breath, in the way that I facilitate it, in the way that I teach it, is truly about the homecoming back to ourself, back to our inner power, back to our potential to heal, to grow, to transform, to succeed, to really live in the way that we desire to live. So intensity, right? These big cathartic releases, if there's not the safety and the connection piece built within that, then we're not actually rewiring the nervous system. We're not healing, the inner world. We're just activating it and putting it into a threat state. That's why I don't ever advocate, especially at the start, if someone is brand new to breath work, I don't ever advocate for the really active, intense breath work patterns like the mouth breathing or the really fast paced patterns. So I'd love to walk you through just a few minutes of what breath work really is here to feel like, and what the connection back to your body and back to really your inner power, your inner potential is supposed to feel like. Really, where I start every single one of my clients, and I again have worked with a slew of different type of people, whether they're stay-at-home moms, they're leaders, they're entrepreneurs, they're women with chronic illness. I have seen at any stage where anyone is at, this true state of internal connection, internal safety, really being able to observe what's happening inside of us is often missing in the equation when people come into this work. This is always the foundation that we work on together to build. And then from there, we work to grow the capacity. From there, we work to alchemize, a lot of the emotional wounds and the trapped emotions in the body. But if that foundation of true connection with ourselves and being able to feel safe and observe what's going on inside of us, inside of our sensations, our emotions, our body, all of the things, if that's not there first, none of the other type of work that everybody wants to skip over to, none of that will actually work. None of that will actually help you unless there is this true foundation set. So we're going to do some breathing to help reconnect you to that and rebuild this sense of true connection and true safety inside of you. Let's go ahead and get started. This breath work might feel really simple. It might feel really gentle. And like, okay, is there anything happening? Because again, we have this perception of breath work that has to be this big, intense experience. And sometimes it's the most subtle, gentle things that bring us into the deeper connection with ourselves. Okay. It's all about self-trust. It's all about safety. Those are the two core things here. So I just invite you to gently close down the eyes, placing the feet firmly on the ground if you can. You can do this either seated or lying down. If you are lying down, maybe just pressing the heels into the floor. You can bend your knees to press all of your feet into the floor. And just feeling the connection between your feet and the floor, the feet in your bed, whatever you're sitting on or laying on. Maybe wiggling the toes. Good. And then drawing up to your sit bones. If you're sitting down, just feeling that pressure, maybe even rocking your hips a little bit side to side. If you're lying down, maybe feeling the backs of the legs, the butt, the lower back, again, really pressed into what's beneath you. Good, and maybe rolling out the shoulders a little bit, stretching out the neck. And all of this is just signaling to your nervous system presence, stability, connection. I'm here now. When you can feel your physical body and what it's connected to, what it's pressed upon, it just instantly brings us into that really important state of presence. And it's only in this present state that we're able to notice ourselves, that we're able to begin shifting our emotional state, our nervous system state. We can't do it in the past or the present, or in the future, only in the present. And now bringing your awareness to your breath. Maybe you've been breathing kind of shallow. Maybe you've been holding your breath as you've been noticing those different parts of your body. Just invite you now to watch, observe, what is the current state of my breath without moving it into a certain pattern. Where does my current breath pattern live? And this in of itself will show you a lot of where your default state lives. A lot of us, without even realizing, are moving through our day holding our breath. We're breathing really fast and shallow, breathing up in our chest, and all of these signals to our nervous system. We're not safe, threat, stress. That's okay. The purpose is to just observe. And maybe as you start to observe, your body starts to relax, starts to soften. Maybe there's even the impulse to breathe in deep and just follow that impulse. And then we're going to begin this simple breath pattern of an inhale in through the nose, seeing how far down we can draw it into the body without forcing it, just letting it kind of slither down our chest and seeing if we can draw it down into the belly. And if not, that's okay. And then once you've filled up your inhale, gently let it go. It can go out the mouth, exhale, or it can go back out the nose. Again, whatever feels best for you. We want this breath to feel as natural, as good, as delicious, as easeful as we can make it, while still bringing intentionality and consciousness to the breath. So there's no force here. There's no fixing here. We're just simply breathing in conscious awareness. In through the nose, and a long exhale out. Right back up in, out. And you can even, as you do this breath, begin to feel your body. So maybe rubbing your hands along each other, your fingertips on fingertips, feeling your palms, maybe rubbing your hands up your arms, maybe down your legs, and just start connecting with that breath pattern and with your physical body. Maybe putting a hand on your heart, one on your belly, and just feeling the rise and the fall. Again, just keeping that gentle breath moving in and out. What we're beginning to bring forward for our body, for our nervous system to really feel and experience is a new state of safety, that nothing else has to change outside of us, but that we are the controllers of how we feel. Maybe this is a new understanding. Maybe you've never realized, oh wow, I'm in control of how safe I feel. It's not because of anything you did or performed or money you made or what someone did or didn't say. It just has everything to do with you feeling you being connected to your breath. In and out. Just a few more breaths here. What does it feel like to just be present in your body without there being a goal or an objective or an outcome, but just being with you for the sake of feeling safe, for the sake of returning back to this home base. Let's just do 3 more breaths here. In and out. In and out. One more in and out. Just releasing that breath pattern and coming back to just letting the breath breathe you, whatever pace it wants to go back to, whatever depth it wants to go back to. And eyes still closed, and I just invite you to feel yourself. Any subtle shifts in sensation, any subtle shifts in emotions and energy. And again, it doesn't have to be right or wrong, good or bad. It's just the observing. It's just the noticing, the subtle life force, the subtle connection to how we feel. So if this experience felt calmer, maybe more grounding, more like, oh, okay, like that wasn't so difficult or hard. This is what I want you to understand about breath work is it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be intense or scary for it to be effective. The whole intention and purpose of it is to bring you back home, is to help you feel on a different level, is to open up your nervous system to greater, maybe perceptions, more love, more groundedness. And while we can go into these bigger journeys, right, that bring more activation in the body, it doesn't always have to be so big and intense for it to be powerful. Sometimes just the subtle feeling of I'm safe, I'm here, I'm connected can bring the most profound changes. And I have witnessed this in my own self and all of the clients that I've worked with. That when we go on more of this gentler path, the more the body feels safe to open up, the more it softens and brings forward a lot of the emotional wounds for us to heal because it knows that we're there and connected rather than tensed and gripping of, I don't know, we just have to get through this. If you're a coach, you can open your eyes if you haven't. If you're a coach or practitioner, healer, you've been drawn to this work, but maybe you had similar experiences as me, or you want to make sure, right, that you're doing the right thing for your clients and then you know how to help. Breathwork facilitation requires true nervous system understanding, true nervous system literacy. Our breath, it's not just this neutral force. It is really one of the most powerful things that we have access to at any given point. It shows us what is happening internally. Breathwork can be such a healing and transformative tool. Inside the Embodied Transformation Academy, with my Catalyst Breathwork method that I teach you, I train facilitators and practitioners to really work with your client's breath in a very nervous system led, responsible way. We don't need to breathe harder or more intense or have these wild, crazy journeys. And trust me, there's a time and place for those. I'm all here for training and facilitating those, and I've been part of those, and they're very, very profound. But also, we need to breathe safer. We need to understand that there is a process to getting our clients and getting ourselves to those places where we're ready to actually access those big, profound healing journeys. So I hope this was a beautiful experience for you. And thank you for being part of this 3-part series of Breathwork Reclaimed. It was so amazing to bring all of this forward to you in a way that I haven't seen anyone else really talking about. And this is really where the shift gets to happen for me, for you, for our clients. So thanks for being part of this, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.